Here's some general guidance on reading the California Welfare and Institutions Code. California statutes are contained in 29 separate codes, and the 29th alphabetically is the Welfare and Institutions Code. All 29 of these codes have general provisions to help you read and interpret the code's sections. The following are some selected general provisions of California's Welfare and Institutions Code. Section 1 specifies that this act is known as the Welfare and Institutions Code. Section 2 says that the provisions of the code, insofar as they're substantially the same as existing statutory provisions relating to the same subject matter, are to be construed as restatements and continuations and not as new enactments. Section 5 says that the general provisions set forth here govern the construction of this code. Section 6 specifies that division, part, chapter, article, and section headings contained are not to be deemed to govern, limit, modify, or in any manner affect the scope, meaning, or intent of the provisions of any of those divisions, parts, chapters, articles, or sections. Section 7 says that when a power is granted to a public officer or a duty is imposed upon an officer, that the power may be exercised or the duty performed by a deputy of that officer. Section 8 says that a writing includes any form of recorded message capable of comprehension by ordinary visual means. Section 9 states that when any reference is made to any portion of this code, the reference must apply to all amendments and additions made now or later. Section 11 says the present tense includes the past and future tenses, and the future tense includes the present. Section 12 says that the masculine gender includes the feminine and neuter. Section 12.2 defines the term spouse to include a registered domestic partner. Section 13 says the singular number includes the plural and the plural number includes the singular. Section 15 specifies that the term shall is mandatory and the term may is permissive. Section 16 defines the term oath to include an affirmation. Section 18 says that if any provision of this code is held invalid, that the remainder of the code is not affected. Section 19 says it's the purpose of the Welfare and Institutions Code in establishing programs and services which are designed to provide protection, support, or care of children, to provide protective services to the fullest extent deemed necessary by the juvenile court, probation department, or other public agencies designated by the Board of Supervisors to perform the duties prescribed by this code to ensure that the rights or the physical, mental, or moral welfare of children are not violated or threatened by their present circumstances or environment. And these essential services may be provided irrespective of whether the child or the family of the child is otherwise known to the responsible local agency. And finally, in section 27, it says that each agency and department responsible for listing in regulations the rights of children under this division must incorporate the rights of foster children on the list.